And now, your First Alert 5 weather.
And welcome back, everyone, to News 5 at 10 on your Monday night. A gorgeous start to the week here in southern Colorado, especially if you like the warm stuff. I know some folks this time of the year, you want the cooler fall-like temperatures. Today we're up to 80 in Pueblo after a low of 37. So a big spread and chilly in the morning, but very warm during the day for the Springs, topping out at 74 this afternoon. Since then, we've cooled down more than 20 degrees outside. Current temperature in town at 53 degrees with light winds out of the east at less than 10 miles per hour. Also seeing a bit of an east-northeasterly breeze in Pueblo, where the current temperature outside is hovering around 54 degrees. For Canyon City, also checking into the mid-50s under clear skies. And it looks like tomorrow the big story is going to be the wind ahead of this area of low pressure that drops in before the cold front arrives. We'll get some strong westerly winds. Then behind the cold front, the wind shifts a little more northerly, and those gusty conditions will continue throughout the day on Wednesday before we see some quieter conditions as we head towards the end of the week. Cold front also brings in about 10 to 15 degrees of cooling to our daytime highs around Wednesday and Thursday. Now the wind, as I mentioned, that is going to be the big stories. Take a look at Futurecast here. You can see wind gusts by 3 o'clock, generally in the ballpark of 20 to maybe 30 miles per hour. And I think it could be especially gusty coming out of those gap flow regions down into Huerfano County, possibly up here out of the Wet Mountains, Wet Mountain Valley could see some pretty good gusts. And out across the mountain areas, gusts there could be as strong as 40 miles per hour. Then by around Tuesday evening, this is the leading edge of the cold front. It'll shift the wind from the west to a more northerly direction. And in the plains, we could see gusts maybe as strong as 40, even 50 miles per hour. And given how dry it's been lately, that could lead to areas of blowing dust. Yes, October has been dry so far, and even though it will be windy out there, probably a good day to get out there and work on the old golf game. We'll be up near 76 degrees by the middle of the day out across the Pikes Peak region. So at once we thought this storm might bring us some rain, even some snow, but you can see the latest models now favoring those drier, windier conditions over any sort of measurable precip. In fact, over the next 5 days, look how dry the forecast map is here across the Centennial State. Maybe if you squint hard enough, you can make out a little bit of light precip out there across the southern San Juans. That, my friends, would be about it. Overnight lows tonight dropping down to the 20s and 30s in the mountains, 40s out across the plains. Highs tomorrow will continue to warm across the region. And we're talking about a return of some lower to even middle 80s from Pueblo out into the eastern counties. 72 expected around Walsenburg, 70 in Monument, and 76 right here in Colorado Springs. Take a look at your super 7-day forecast. It will be gusty here into the Pikes Peak region throughout the daytime hours. Wind speeds around 20 to 30 miles per hour. And again, staying windy into Wednesday morning. Cooling down, though, a few degrees each of the next couple of days once we get past tomorrow. And then we rebound to the lower 70s Friday to Saturday. Fairly uneventful in terms of any significant weather for Pueblo. Gusty to breezy for the next couple of days and more winds expected by the weekend. But those temperatures each of the next 7 days at or above average. For Canyon City, we've got 70s through Wednesday, upper 60s on Thursday with that cool down. Then we are back to the 70s as we roll into the weekend. And for Woodland Park, just some gusty winds to get through Tuesday to Wednesday as we make our way towards the weekend, maybe tracking some unsettled weather up here into parts of Teller County.